All right, so Mr. Culver, how are you today?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. Doing very good, very good, very good to see you again. So tell me, what's been going on with you since the last time we met? I know it's been at least 2 months, 3 months since we met, and so I remember this was right before you were thinking about getting married, and you were thinking about doing some changes with your business or some other stuff like that. So what's been going on?
Well, everything's been 180. Definitely got married.
Okay.
May 1st, coming up with some time now, and excited about that. Happy everything's going well. Relationship is stronger than I've known him for about 5 years, but this past few months since we've been married, I feel like I learned a new person, and I like this one better.
And I learned a new person in her, or learned a new person in you. Okay.
And a new person within myself.
Really?
Yeah, brand new discovery with me. A lot of times as people, we find fault in others, and we overlook our own issues. So I was able to discover that I had a lot of issues.
Really?
Before I could, criticize somebody else for their faults, I needed to first examine me and get me on track. So that's what I've been doing lately. Just a big spiritual awakening.
Okay.
Career-wise, everything is smooth. Tired, but everything that I prayed for and everything that I wanted to do, I've been able to do, with the exception of finding time for school.
Okay.
I was driving trucks, as you know, for a company, which required 16, 17-hour days, which stopped me from spending time with my family. It stopped me from being able to go and do services.
Now, when you say services are
Spiritual.
Okay.
Church.
Church.
I
Okay.
wanted to do church on Wednesdays and Sundays, things of that nature, just to fuel my soul.
Mhm.
But I wasn't able to do that because of my work schedule, working 2 full-time jobs, one at night, one in the daytime. So I've been able to start my own trucking company, Capital Motivation Transportation,
Okay.
which allows me to either outsource the contract or do it myself.
Okay.
And right now, the money I was making working 16, 17 hours for someone else, I'm doing that in 4 to 5 hours now. Working for myself, having a contract. And everything is beautiful, man. Then I'm able to come into a job that's pretty flexible with my scheduler,
Mhm.
and work underneath my dad, and this helps fill my desire. So the truck company helps pay my bills, and this helps fill my need to want to service and help the community.
Okay, so if I hear you, so spiritually, you're back in church now? The 2 days that you want to go, to Sunday and Wednesday?
Yep.
All right, and
All day Sunday.
all day Sunday.
9, 11, 3.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And the things that you learned about you have been enlightening to your own character attributes, liabilities, defects. What did you learn about you that was so eye-opening to you, that made you be like, wow?
Right. Well, I thought that I had it all together. At that time, young man, money, taking responsibility, take care of my son. Not in the streets, working 2, 3 jobs, provide for my family. But I had a sick outlook on life. Um, I thought that I was here and everyone else had to meet me there, or I could criticize you for not being there. So I thought, and with a mindset like that, I thought that I could get away with things and no one else could.
Mm.
So I found myself being um, not being monogamous, and dealing with multiple different women. confrontations with my son's mother, and um, I've just been able to get an opportunity just to step outside of myself and correct the flaws that I had.
Okay, and so what do you do differently now?
Now I'm more humble.
Okay.
Now in regards to my son's mom, um, I let God fight my battle.
Okay.
If we have a disagreement or an issue, there's no need for me to get upset because getting upset is not going to solve it anyway.
Okay.
I just let go and let God, and it'll work itself out.
Okay.
And whatever's supposed to happen will happen. And I think she's been taking the same approach. So things have been, we've been working like a well-oiled machine.
Okay.
For me, it's a give-give relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming for her, it's a give-take. So if she's willing to give, then I'll accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's not, I'll just keep giving and just keep doing what I'm supposed to do to keep peace.
And this humbleness has then transformed you from not being monogamous to being monogamous?
Oh gosh. Before I thought that, anytime I wanted to, I could just stop dealing with different women. I've been dealing with multiple women all my life. I've never been faithful to anyone.
Okay.
So it was difficult for me to make that transition. And I always told people, well, if I get married, I would become faithful. So luckily, I got married after I found out that my fiance wasn't faithful to me.
Okay.
Most people would separate kind of behind something like that.
Okay.
And as you know, it drove me insane.
Yes, it did. For a while, you were extremely insecure
Didn't know
about that.
which way to go.
That's right.
But it's funny how God works. He understands what buttons to push to get us where we need to be.
Right. Okay.
And even you taking all my money wouldn't do it because I'm okay. We'll start from the bottom and climb back up to the top.
Okay.
He knew that a woman was my weak spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't remove myself from her, I would gravitate towards him for answers.
Okay.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
And I've learned that it's not about being faithful and monogamous to my wife. It's about obeying the law of God and loving God more than I love myself. And in that regard, I won't cheat on God. I won't lie to God because He sees all.
Okay.
So if I respect Him, then automatically I respect my wife.
So I'm hearing that your belief in God and your respect for God and yourself, you found out that you're not cheating so much on her, it's you cheating on yourself, and you want to stop cheating on yourself?
To a degree, I found that I was disobeying God.
Okay.
And I knew better.
Okay.
So this is why I was going through the problems that I was going through, even though on the outside it looked like everything is all right. Houses, cars, looked like everything was all right, but on the inside I was going through some things, and I may not have even known I was going through those things. So becoming aware of that taught me to obey God first.
Okay.
Once I obey God, and ask Him to teach me how to love my wife and love myself, then everything else will fall in line.
Okay. And how is she and your trust issues going with this because of her not being faithful or not being monogamous, as you say? Now that y'all are married and now you found this, your God, and you're okay with that, and you've grown spiritually, is the trust now better in your relationship and in your marriage?
I trust in God,
Mm-hmm.
and I trust that whatever may come is for a greater purpose. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. So anything that happens, it's not the end of the world. I was put in this position to become stronger for something else that's coming down the line.
Okay.
So I trust that as long as I follow His direction, He'll always bring me through. Do I trust my wife? I trust the God that's in her.
Okay.
Because she serves the same God I do. She's walking the same path as I am. but we are human and we can make mistakes. But that's between her and her God.
Okay, so you allow her and her God to be faithful to her and her God, and that is hopefully going to be the same thing that happens with you and your God, that y'all will find self-respect with self and God, and that way you'll find self-respect for each other.
To a degree. Yeah, definitely. She, um, if she's obeying um, God the way she's supposed to, then she'll respect me.
Okay.
Um, she always loved me, and she always probably will love me,
Okay.
but she'll respect me,
Okay.
whether I'm around or not.
And I'm hearing respect is a big component of the relationship.
Yes, yes, that's on a higher level than for a woman. That's on a higher level than love, because it's easy for a woman to love, because that's what they were born to do.
Okay.
Um, um, but for a woman to respect her man, she has to be taught that if she doesn't know it.
Okay.
For a man to respect a woman, he's generally taught how to respect a woman because he's taught to respect his mother.
Okay.
But to love a woman the right way, he has to be taught that through God. And in order to be taught that, you must first love God. So we are doing those components. Our relationship will last.
And how is this affecting y'all's son now?
It's funny how I hate to be so religious, but that's just where I'm at right now.
Okay.
It's funny how the devil works. Once he sees that he doesn't have a hold on you, he tries to affect you in other ways, whether it's your finances, whether it's your children, whether it's your friends. He comes in different forms to try to get you to break down.
Okay.
And it becomes more and more difficult for Satan when you are consistently in the Word, when you're consistently in prayer, when you are continuously just spreading the Word and trying to fellowship and teach someone else, bring somebody else in. So it goes to those around you that you love to try to affect them. And right now he's starting to soar in sports.
Okay.
We've been working so hard trying to turn him into an athletic machine. And he's starting to build passion for the athletics that he's in, that he's involved in. But the schoolwork, he's starting to go down in that. So it's funny how when everything was rocky on our end, his grades were great in elementary school, honor roll student.
Okay.
And he transitioned into middle school, and we're starting to change our lives, and we're doing Bible study at home, and we're praying at home. But then now when he go to school, now he doesn't want to do schoolwork.
Okay.
And we're working on that. Deal with tutor, deal with discipline, talking, communicating, and we're just hoping for a breakthrough. We have faith that he'll turn around.
Now, are you, and you working with faith, and you working with tutors, and you working with talking with him, do you have a timeline of expectations? Or are you just open as far as seeing transition come through over a period of time? Or what is your strategy towards keeping him now coming up and fighting against the devil and keeping your marriage on that same higher keel? What's your plan?
I'll be 32 years old this year, and I still have to come to my father sometimes for advice. So when you're dealing with children, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime of communicating and teaching.
Okay.
It never stops.
Okay.
So you can't give up on your children.
Okay.
And I think that we will continue to nurture and pray and teach our children until God tells us enough is enough.
Okay. All right. And the job you say with your dad that's getting you fulfilled wholly as far as self is concerned. So it's not the money with your job with your dad. It's self-fulfillment because you're helping others.
Correct. Yeah. I take like maybe a $15,000 to $20,000 a year pay cut from what I could be doing to what I am doing. Now I'm more rested, even though I'm still tired, but I'm more rested than I have been over years. And I think I see that it's going to get better. Other opportunities have come around through this I'll be in a position that I can just manage
Okay,
and not have to lose all my hair
okay,
in the process.
all right. So it sounds like you're very grounded spiritually. You're satisfied with your self-growth because of your spiritual, ability to go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays, and that's leading you to a happier marriage. And your wife, she's respecting the same God, and y'all praying together in Bible study. And even though your son is going through some challenges in school, you have a plan worked out for him that he's going to do and be better. And you're happy with your job, and you're happy with your business. So what are your goals for the next, let's say, 3 months, 6 months? Where do you plan on going from here between now and the next time we meet? What do you want to accomplish?
Now my next goal is several things actually. One, I want to get back in school.
Okay.
I need to find time to continue pursuing my counseling degree, with my associates within my master's. In that same breath, I want to get into ministry and pursue my degree as a counselor through spirituality.
Okay.
So school is a top priority for both sides of the fence.
Okay.
For the business side and for the spiritual side, and also purchase a home to live in.
Okay.
My lease will be up this time next year, so I'm hoping this time next year I'll have enough money saved up so that we can move and move to the home that we want,
Okay.
without it costing us too much time away from home to the point that we can't enjoy our home.
Okay. All right. All right.
And so between between school and a new home and my second truck, that's about it. I'm actively involved in my oldest son's basketball and football. And then my youngest son, he's turning 5, so he starts his football training this Saturday.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Okay.
So just watching everything grow. And then my foster kid, hoping that he can adapt and become a better person than he was when he came.
And how old is he?
He's 9.
Okay.
So I feel that we have an opportunity to help shape and mold the young man because he's hurt and broken down.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're that young, they can still be reached and not beyond direction at that age.
Okay.
So we just have to do and I can see growth already.
Okay.
For the 2-3 weeks that he's been with us.
Really? So it's you, your wife, the foster kid that's 9, and then your 5-year-old son?
And my 12-year-old son.
And your 12-year-old son. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I guess you're looking for a big house.
Oh yeah, 5 there.
5 bedrooms?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, anything else before we end the session?
No, that's about it. Another thing I want to do is bring my grandmother along with us. She's getting up there in age.
Okay.
And her eating habits and things needs to be monitored. So I really want to bring her along, and my wife is all for it.
Wow.
So just trying to convince her to come.
Okay.
So that we can, help her see 100.
Okay.
That's
beautiful.
about it, though.
Well, then I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to us meeting again.
Thank you.